Alrighty, you guys, what is going on? Back for another video. Today, I want to drive out to that trail in Ramsey. So, it's gonna be another out-of-town drive. Let's do it. We had some sun, but now it's quite cloudy. Let me make sure I shut this door. Alright. Trying to get my phone to stay charging here. Alright. So of course some clouds want to come down right as I start. But this is that trail I hung my jingle bell on a long time ago. So we'll see if it's still there. take this trail over to Safeway. And that's how we'll get out. I've not been biking. I did take actually an hour ride the other day, but it's been quite a while since I've went fully out and did one. So let's just see how I can do going out on this trail. Silverbow Creek right here runs all the way through, basically way out to the end of where I'm going. Yeah, that sun and that wind kind of picked up a bit. All right, now we got this long road to get to the trail. There's not too very many cars on this road. Shit, that was hard shit. Fucking weird fucking bullshit, too. Alright, so here's the trail. How's it going, guys? Good. Fly in the mouth there. A little easier when that wind ain't shoving into you. How's it going, guys? Good. There's a lot of people that, are on this trail and they come from different areas. So some come from this house here, because there's little communities in all these areas. There's multiple entrances to this trail on these streets. Man, I wish that sun would come out a little more and that wind would calm down. Makes it difficult. Oh, gnats. Tons of them on my arms there. Oh my heavens. They're all over me, guys. Woo! Oh, literally all over me. That's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. No way. Oh. I literally just flew through they're still here. This is crazy. Jesus. I'm getting attacked right now. No way. Disgusting. Let's keep pushing through. Nothing we can do. Keep my head down. I'm telling you. That was crazy. Maybe I can outrun them here. I tried to figure out this bike mount on the phone here, and man, oh man, I couldn't do it. Couldn't mount 3 mounts, so I'm still recording on the main phone here. I've got to keep a steady speed because it's getting a little brisk. This wind hitting into me like this. I couldn't believe all them gnats. Really could not. The trails get some cool stuff. I really wish it was warmer today. Oh, there's more. I think when you go through them, they start following you. And then that's why you get them all over you. All right. So here we go this way. There's a lot of gnats just that time of night, and they get all over you. That's crazy. Oh. Oh. This is going to be really cool in the summer. I haven't, alright. How's it going? Shouldn't have said anything there. Dogs running around. Anyway, they weeded the sides of this trail. There's a lot of people out today. Oh man. A ton. Oh. How's it going? So they keep it weeded, but it's gonna look really nice come spring. Man, I have never seen so many people on this trail. Crazy. How's it going, guys? Some green appearing too in these little water areas. Man, there was a lot of wind out here. You know, you take one of these water bays and see how much life you've got it. Oh, it's rushing down the... Oh, that's cool. I don't know if we can get in there and see that. I'll see if I can find a point. Rushing down from the willows on the other side of that water bay there. That's pretty cool. I'm getting brisked. On the way back down, the wind will push us home if it's... But I bet the wind will either have shifted direction to push me back again or something. You're never really usually that lucky. I don't know if I can get down here. But beautiful, beautiful. Oh! See that water rushing down the river. Down there. Really, really cool. Ooh. Look at that. Overflow. It's a good thing willows love water. Now I gotta get out of here so I don't destroy this area. I ain't supposed to be in here. And I hate destroying these areas. Let's get out of here. Ugh. Steep though, steep. So these little willow growths. Alright. Tons of nice little bench areas, seating areas. It's just that thin haze of cloud that comes and it doesn't kill the sun out, but it just makes it to where it's like December sun instead of what it should be, April sun, you know. Be fun on the way back with this wind though. Never anything better than a 6-mile trail with the wind pushing you back the whole way. Where these gnats don't keep flying into me. It's the killer. Some gnats. I love these valley areas out here. Summertime would be 10 times better. I have never once been on this trail in the summertime. Silverbow Creek runs through here. Never once have been here in summertime. See, the green grass is starting to grow in already. I've got my tree, or my jingle bell on a tree, somewhere in that distant peak. We'll look at that in a minute. Took me a minute to get into this bike ride today, guys. My brain, I've just been so busy. I've been so, busy is the only word for it. And it changes your brain, you guys. It makes it harder to get motivated to do things sometimes, depending on, but you just got to get out and do it and get over it. That's what I've always learned. Got to get the hell out and fight through that feeling. Because, man, it's an issue for me. And then once you get out and do it, a lot of the times you'll go back to normal. But don't sit there and think about, am I enjoying this? Because that's what screws it. And that's what I'm dealing with right now. So you just got to push through and just get out to do it. Just do it because you can. A lot of people who can't get out on a bike can't get in their car and go somewhere. You got to be grateful to be able to do that. This is a 6-mile long trail system. It runs, through. This is called the Greenway Trail here in Butte. It runs from like Butte to Ramsey right now, and then there's a 15-mile break, and then there goes some dirt. But they're having an issue right now in expanding the trail. It's supposed to be 26 miles. Wouldn't that be fun? Ride the 26-mile trail. But they're having an issue with that right now through the area called Durant Canyon, because there's a bunch of old railroad systems, and another moth on me there, or whatever that thing is. Tons of them on me. But they're having an issue there because, let's see, they're not, the city isn't allowing them to because the railroad system, and they don't own it, and they're having a bunch of issues there. But if that was the case, we'd have a paved trail system through Butte all the way over to Warm Springs. That would be a heck of a ride, I'll tell you that. But they're having issues with that section. I heard word that they would keep it kind of gravel, which is totally fine. Still be the same trail, but it would be kind of kept gravel instead, because to preserve the natural look through the canyon. Beautiful, beautiful tree. Saw that tree last time I came here. Just an amazing looking tree. I was gonna hang a bell on that one, but I figured I'd do one a little further up the hill and a little more out of view. It was here when I last looked back in, the last time I was out here, I think it was November. I really do think it was November. Because I only came out here that one time, and I had the truck. Yeah, so this is first time since then. Quite a while. But that wind is pushing me again. It drains the energy. Beautiful, beautiful trees out here. A little downhill here. Oh! Ah! Right in the goddamn eye. I am telling you. Right in the schnauzer. God, don't open your eyes on these trails at this time. Woo! A fly went right in my eye there. Currently got 7.5 miles on the clock. We're getting pretty close to Silver Bow area now. There's a little street called Silver Bow Road or something. A few houses out there, actually. There's that one with that dog that I usually see. Really nice bench seats here. Be a nice place to take a seat and just take a minute. Especially like in the butte. You know, in butte there. I just made like a makeshift little, almost looks like a stool or a table. Really weird looking thing, but I made it as a seat. I was trying to make a bench, but didn't have the right material, and I'll tell you, it does the job. Put some cinder blocks for footrest at the bottom and put it right under a nice spruce. And yeah, it's a nice little seating area for a nice afternoon under the tree. You know, it's a little hot outside, or yeah, I think it'll be kind of nice, especially when I'm mowing that field, to be able to do that. That wind is real strong out in this area. I see the tree where my bell's hung up there. Loud. I remember that one. Alright. I did get a new portable here on the bike too, because my other one, every time I hit 40%, it drained straight to zero. So I had to treat 40% as zero. So that kind of sucked. This new one here should not do that. Trying to get a little better at pacing myself. I've still got that fly in my eye. Still feel it. Because, you know, before I'd go too fast too soon, then I would be like tired the whole way home. So I need a plan for the ride home too. But I see the tree right there. Right there, my finger's almost touching. That one is where my bell is hung. I'm gonna take a quick break there. Way off the beaten path, so. It almost looks weed-eated up there though, so. But it's just the natural growth. Let's get up, walk the bike, and go up to the tree. I don't want anyone else to be near, because this is my secret tree up here. Yeah. I don't like people seeing me go to my secret areas. If that bell isn't there, I swear to God. Hung it in April of 26. It was still here as of November, or April of 24. But I hung it in April. It is still there, guys. Tangled. Last time, matter of fact, it was hanging when I went there in April. But it's hanging. Let's see. It was still hanging that long later. I don't know if you guys could see. But yeah, she's caught in the branch. There she is. Still out here, baby. All right, I'm gonna take a break. There's the bell hanging. Maybe that windstorm in December we had tangled it. But I know it was still hanging like that almost a year later when I went and checked on it a few months ago. Oh. Well, let it do its thing there. You know, quite a really nice peaceful area too up here by the tree. I hung that bell now pretty much a year ago. And it's still there. Hanging like that's a little more visible, but still, we're gonna go see if we can see it from the trailhead. Because behind me, there's no more trailhead. So, but I'm guessing it probably got tangled on that December windstorm. That was so strong, and up here, I'm sure it was even stronger. For a second, though, I thought it was gone. So, she is still there, but no one's seen it up here. Wow. And yeah, that wind is still hitting me right here. So. All right, and can I see it? No. Tree's way up there. So you can see it dangling up there, but only if you know what you're looking for. Awesome. Let's hit the road. I'm gonna push now all the way over to Ramsey. There's a dead zone in the middle where you really don't see too many people. Because it's so far away. A lot of people just walk down a ways and then walk back. But this is kind of in the middle, dead area. And a lot of people, if you're not on a bike, it's a lot more intense walking this whole way. Another cool tree. Oh, here's a guy, yeah. How's it going?
Hi.
Yeah, you really only mostly see bikers out in this area. There's another tree. It's like growing out of a pile or something down here. Take a look at that. It's pretty cool. It's like a curved tree. Oh yeah, I see it already. Unique area out here for sure. Kind of like almost red rocked looking. And there's that tree right there sticking out of that pile. But we'll look at it on the way up. I'm gonna enjoy this downhill. Woo! Oh! Don't even feel that. Now, if I could ride like that the whole way, that'd be the best ride in the world. That wind, if it was any colder, I would probably be really cold. Put in a little energy here, see if we can raise our temp. Oh, it's howling out here, baby. Wow. We're all the way. I can't really read that highway sign, but we're quite a ways out of Butte. The valleys are low. Usually there's water flowing through some of these areas, and there's none. Gated areas here. I don't know what those go to. All right, and here we are at the Silver Bow area. Ooh. So this is, I don't know, probably a little bit over halfway to the final area. Yeah, I really wish this was a longer trail. Be nice. I was so lost the first time I came out here. It was like last April, and I was just confused to heck. I drove around Ramsey forever trying to find out where the trail continued, and it doesn't. Here's these houses and these dogs here. Nice peaceful area. Hey, bud. Hey. Ooh. And then, yeah, all you gotta do is keep going here, and then the trail continues. The whole time yesterday, or the last year, that I went on these, and yeah, I was confused. I didn't, the whole way home, I was wondering where in the heck does the trail continue? And it didn't. There's a pretty cool Silver Bow Creek view down there. Wind blowing through the cedars. Man, if this wind is still, I hope it's still pushing me back when I come back. That'll be nice. Trees appear to be blowing right at me, so. Oh. We just reached about 10 miles almost. So it's pretty close over here, our final area. Woo! Got the sandals on too. So full on shorts, short sleeve sandals. Oh, what was that sound? Should take it slow. I'm kind of getting back into the bike, so I don't want to burn out and then have a struggle back home, even though I'm going into the wind now. Gets a little more desolate out here, but you're still going past the creek. It just runs a little bit off the trail. You see a lot of the railroads here. That's why they're struggling to expand the Copper Greenway Trail here in Butte. I really have not had any burning legs or anything yet, till just about there. So I'm doing good. And I do see Ramsey. So there's the trail. It is a really good distance, though. I mean, if we get there and we turn around and look at the mountain into Butte, we're a long way from Butte. Like if I had to walk back to Butte, I'd be hours. Even though Ramsey's only 10 miles away by car. It's a good way to keep her going here. Still quite gray out here. I went out to Cardwell area yesterday. Pretty green for this time of year. So like I say, this is like early April or mid-April in mid-March here for Butte. For other areas, it's already like May. Really crazy year in terms of weather. But after about an hour, we roll into the town of Rocker here. Onto Palmer Street. Take one quick drive around the town, then we'll head on back. Whew. All right. And that is basically the end of the trail. Let's take a look at the mountain here. That's the East Ridge. Quite a ways away out there. Out here in Ramsey. See that green highway sign? Quite a ways. And there was, like I said, 26 miles, you wouldn't be able to see that mountain. So I really do hope they can figure out this trail, but by the time they do, I'm probably going to be 25, 30 years old. Either way, you can continue on the road and get there, but I'm not going to do that today. I just don't have enough time. Oh yeah. It's a nice... See, I use our field to do that. Kind of like he's doing there. I'd love to get out on the trail, though, the dirt bike. That'd be fun. Or get like a mountain bike, little motor on it. Oh, that'd be so freaking fun. So fun. But all the people here are like, what the heck? Who's this kid? Because they know people in this town know each other, I guarantee you. Every house, every lot, people know each other. In a town like this. Oh, more gnats. 10.7 miles. I think I'm going to lose the watch by the time we're done. It's at 20% and it dies fast, so I've got the phone either way, so we're alright. Definitely a more quiet town. Really peaceful. Got the creek running through and further from the highway than, say, Butte. Catkins on the aspen are full force, here and in Butte. Alright. Yeah. Unique looking tree right there. Oh man. I don't know, it kind of brings back some memories. Just peaceful, there's kids playing out in the trees over there. For some reason, even though it's probably happening in Butte right now, it's just the silence around here brings back some memories. I'm just gonna shut up for a minute and listen to this. And there's actually a school here too, so they don't got to travel over to Butte to go to school. There is one here. It's a big enough town for that. A little sun through that hazy cloud, but it's just staying around that cloud. All right, guys, we'll head back down Palmer there, and we'll head back to the butte. Pretty small. There's not many streets in this town. I don't even know how many streets Butte has. And that's why it's louder. And it ain't nowhere near a big town either, but it's... let's start getting some more heat here. Getting a little brisk. But it's still a bigger town than all these small towns. Butte is not really a small town. It's a small town, but not an extremely small one. And it's growing too with Montana here. Not really with stuff we want, but with stuff. Definitely less resistance now. I like this. We're currently at 1 hour and 8 minutes, so we drove there for about 8 minutes. 7, 8 minutes. Yeah, I'm excited to see this trail in the summer. If I can get out here on a cooler morning or really dusk at like 9:30 by sunset, it'd be a beautiful time to be out on this trail. Bugs would be crazy, especially at sunset, but I don't know where that one. Oh, that must just lead around the other way. You know, it is better to have the wind pushing you back than it is pushing you there. That's for sure. You know, I tested that willow theory when I was growing them in cuttings there. Takes a lot. They take a lot of water. That's what I love growing around these swampy areas. While I'm in school here, it's hard to ride consistently. Before, I used to be able to ride all the time, but now I work. Slowly, stops from being able to do everything instantly when you want to. If I can get my motivation up to do a 4-hour ride or 5-hour ride this season, that'd be great. I gotta get my, legs ready for it, my brain ready for it, and we'll try and do it. Definitely got some crosswind, so it's definitely blowing us the right way. I really did notice Rams. They don't have a grocery store, I don't think. They may have to come to Butte. I didn't think of that. Alright, let's hit the trail here. Trying to make this without slamming into this gate. Oh, that would hurt. I like knowing sometimes the fact that, for example, that tree, I guarantee I'm the only one in this world, in the entire world, that knows I have that bell on there and that has ever even walked up to that tree. It's a really crazy thought when you sit down to think of it. In the world. Trying to kind of track that Ramsey down with my eyes. Struggling. It's a long ways back. I'm gonna give my legs a second. We're gonna round this hill here. I can imagine pretty beautiful in the summer. Probably some flowers blooming up out here, and definitely going to check it out. I've never been out here, so that leaves a little surprise. Check it out at least, once a month during the summer. Conditions change every week, so. Whew. Wow. Are you kidding me? Yeah. We've made a long way from Ramsey. There's that tree. Pretty dang cool. I found to walk over to it. Literally going out of the side. Oh! I blew my tire. Out of the side of this rock, this pile. It's crazy how nature finds a way. Get a little warm without that breeze hitting you. On right! Woo! Oh man! On right! Stand clear! Man, that's fun. Curving, taking them curves, but knowing don't go too far. You leave that last little bit of the tire and you're on the ground with a skidded leg. Especially if you're stupid like me and wear shorts and sandal. Yeah, these junipers, I don't know if they're dying or they always kind of turn a reddish brown when not in the growing season. Currently about 15 miles on the watch there. Be about 20 for sure by the time I get home. My legs still don't have a ton of continuous strength. Slowly building them up again. It's kind of taking advantage of the downhill slopes. Oh, I think I got my second gnat in my eye. All right. Cross tracks on foot. I don't know why people would get off their bike, walk across on foot, and get back on their bike. I know you're so you can not get stuck on the track, but you're not gonna get stuck. All right, we're approaching Rocker, which is basically a part of Butte. See if I get attacked by that swarm again up here. Ooh. Oh, there's more. All over my legs. Wow. That's actually so crazy. They get stuck in your hair. It's scary when you look down, you see a bunch of black things on you. I'm telling you. Woo! Oh, here's this area. Ugh. Beautiful green grass. So let's take a look at that real quick. Oh, too low of a gear. Yeah, really cool. I like this. Coming to here in Butte. $5:44. Be close to 2 hours. By the time we get home. How's it going? Doing great. Oh, common mistake I always make. I go down this one because it's the straight one. The first time I did this, I thought I would entered some weird dimension or something. No, you got to turn at this intersection. Oh, more moth. Or whatever they're at. Here we cross again at this road going into Ramsey. Or Rocker. Oh. Is something eating my blood, or did I kill that on my finger? Give me 1 second. Oh, heavens. These things keep trying to eat my blood on my finger there. I'm telling you, these bugs. Hey, that's how they eat, but they're crazy. Yeah, coming from home to Ramsey's 10 miles around that point. And so getting back here gets you about 17 back to the area. Sometimes 18 if you get extra driving. By the time you get home, that's already a 22-mile ride. 20 to 25 miles by the time you get home. So, pretty solid start if you wanted to go for a 40 or 50 miler. Just do this first and you're already there. You can take the Butte Anaconda and Pacific Trail that runs, through Butte too, which I'm gonna do later this season. Not tonight, but Ooh, wind's straight on me this right now. For a minute there, it was pushing me. But I think it's got quite a bit more elevation gain. You're going up through and you got to cross a bunch of streets, but it is a trail just with a ton of crossings, so you're watching a little more, but I should do it and see what it's like. I think it's a paved one just like this in the section that there's a trail. Basically runs as one continuous loop because every bit you have to cross a street. There's a crosswalk. There is a couple points where you got to go down some streets though to get back to it. So we'll experiment with it. Just take it slow, no need to rush. I guess we've already got 17 miles, so we might hit near 20 by the time we get to the... Well, no, we're almost here, actually. Shoot. I see the tree up there. I identify things by trees, especially spruce or pine. We'll go into Butte. We'll turn by Safeway. Matter of fact, I'll cross and go into Safeway lot. We'll go down. And then we'll go to that other trail in town. Take that all the way over to Harrison Avenue and then go back down Dewey and park the bike by the car. But the hard part is... How's it going? Is getting back from here, the end of the trailhead, to Safeway. Because that's just a street. There is a downhill, though, actually, on the way back. Perfect thing to do would be do this, go down to Rocker, take the rest of the road down to the where you get to the dirt miles crossing, and then come back up, go back through Rocker, Ramsey. I'm sorry, and then best way to do that would be do that, and come back to the trail system, come over to here, and then take the Butte and Pacific BA and P trail through Butte. All the way here, that'd be the best. Ooh. And we arrive back in the far west Butte. I've got to clear the moths out of my hair. This is usually the stressful part. You gotta kind of go uphill, and so let's just kind of do it. Enjoy the view as that east ridge kind of gets closer to us. Moving over, it's always nice when you see people do it. Even if you have enough room, I always do it as a driver. But I also watch for cars as a biker. If I see cars coming one way and a car's coming the other, I actually get over for the driver. I don't make him put him into a dangerous situation getting over the other side of the road. I kind of will do that so that they don't have to cross over the other side of the road with a car coming or slow down. You know, as bikers, you kind of got to watch that too. You can't force vehicles to, you know. And then as a driver, even if you don't have to, the best thing to do is always move over for any pedestrian on the side of the roadway with not much shoulder room. That gate's open. I don't know where that goes. See, a truck like that would be kind of nice to drive around. Could make some noise in the neighborhood. That's kind of cool. You guys, it's getting... I guess I should get on the road a little more here. Oh, something bite me. A little burning in the legs here as we cross over this area. I hope the phone has enough space. I know on that 38 gigabytes. I'm gonna take the car out and drive down the road and see how I can take the bike when I'm really ready for a challenge, because I'd still be flipping going out right now if I was ready for it. Take the bike and do what I was planning, going to the other end of that trail where it connects, because there's a continuation over in it's farther out near Anaconda Opportunity area. It'll be a heck of a ride on the bike. I'm training the legs up a bit here, weekend by weekend. Key is when you feel that burn, slow her down. Get going to where you feel it, that strengthens your legs, but when you feel it, slow her down, gets you through the ride. Alright, here we go. Now I want to try and use as much momentum here as I can to get up this hill. Bro! Come on, baby. Beautiful aspen down there. Hey, not bad. That got us quite a ways. Actually got us pretty much there. Stop for a breather and take in the view here. The Butte sewer area here. Smells like poop later on down the road, but it smells pretty fresh right here. All the water kind of crossing through the treatment area with the Butte mountains over there. All right, let's take this downhill. Clocked at 19 miles right now. Didn't smell any nasty smell, thankfully. I'm gonna do mod S2 on the bike. I've never done it on the bike yet. I went halfway up there one day on foot, and then the other day on foot. I went up with the dog and I did the whole thing, but it was so hot. The poor Boston wouldn't drink his water, and he was panting like crazy, so we had to sit under a tree. It's a heck of a ride, or a walk. Sure, it'd be even harder on the bike, so I gotta train up to it. Yeah, I'm getting a little hungry. I can feel it in the legs. Definitely not primed like I was before, where I could ride 40 miles. Start to feel it. Hey, but almost halfway to our most points. That was a good ride today. Go home, eat something, and it'd be a successful night. Last time I went out to the out in the car out to Mammoth, Montana. Pretty fun area. Oh. 15 miles deep into the mountains. No service, nothing. You're deep out there. Mountain living at its finest. A guy sitting in his pure block out there. Guy sitting in his house, sleeping in his couch. That was funny. If you're in the Montana area, do go down there. It's one of them weird things, but there's a cool river area not too far from Mammoth, Montana. I'm quite warm now. A little less wind hitting me, but the wind feels good. I've exercised enough to build up some cold tolerance in me here. Near Butte. We're a little louder than we were in Ramsey over there.
Wait.
Watched some video where this system, someone pressed the button and it said, "Wait to cross the street." It's funny. Oh, I'm waiting for a green here. They recently redid these intersections though, which is a good thing. It's a long light. Wow. Listen how much louder it is here than Ramsey. I mean, this is a main street, but... Alright. There we are. At my work. Didn't see anyone. Let's take that trail system now. Yeah, we're still got full force winds at us this direction, so. The sun is still hitting the ground. Just really hazed out. What? Oh. Here we go. Oh. Definitely feeling that wind. It's kind of brisk. What's kind of funny is this kind of a continuation of the same trail, if you can really imagine it like that. Even though it is a new trail, this is the Ulster Wilderness Trail or something through Butte. There's a sign saying its name, but it could be a continuation from that other trail because it's paved the same, and it's just a couple streets over. This goes over the Silver Bow Creek just like the other river did, or the other trail did. How's it going, guys? Basically the same thing. It's the same plants and everything too. But it's just a more imbued, a little louder than that other trail. Shorter too, way shorter. Only like 2 miles or 3 miles. How's it going? Really cool as well. You got a bunch of aspen suckers around here and little spruce. Let's try and pick up the speed a bit. My watch is still alive, giving me 20.5 miles. My bell recently did just disappear off this tree. I was kind of furious. I wonder who came out and took it down. But it's something I don't think my bell at that other one will experience. So hidden. You know what? All the times I've been out here on this trail, never once thought to fish. You definitely could do that. 100%. Definitely fish in those little ponds. Definitely got a dropping temperature, so I did this ride at the right time. It's back in Butte at the right time here. See, no matter where you are here, you're near the highway, and you can barely hear over your own voice. Here. But this is also a really cool section of the trail because you can see a lot more dense willows covering the highway. How's it going, guys? I hate coming up behind people on the trail. Always kind of awkward trying to get them to hear you. Really cool area right there with that bench under this huge, huge willow. Although they did butcher one of them in there, it made me kind of mad. .1 miles. Huge flood that we had in June of 23. Water was just geysering across this road. I wish I had taken a video of that. And I may actually have. If so, I'll upload on this channel in the shorts area, but it was sure a sight back on June 6, 23. Butte is actually a connector town, which is why it's oddly not a quiet town, especially near the highway. The major interstate runs through Butte. It connects at all the unions where you go to Helena, Bozeman, Great Falls, Billings, Anaconda, Missoula, all the major areas. And the intersecting point is right here in Butte. Matter of fact, right where I'm about to be. That flooded area they haven't fixed. Sucks. This trail actually continues. You can cross Harrison and it continues there. Well, I'm gonna cross right here. Ugh. And if I was, if I had time tonight to go further, which I do, but legs are getting a little jello-y here. I'd go probably down Harrison. I'd probably, because it's a really fun drive, just to ride. You get here on Dewey, you get the Burger King smell, and that sun is still so high in the sky. It is 6:17 p.m. Got 22 miles, about like I said. And yeah, 6:17, we still got a lot of sun left. About an hour and 30 minutes, so. Oh. Legs are getting kind of tired. 2-hour mark. So that's my current point of But again, I didn't eat very much either, nor did I drink very much, so this is pretty good. This is about half my goal, my major goal that I did. My biggest thing was, I think, 4 hours and 41 miles. Just a major goal for me when I did it. Now I can see where I could push further. Wait for this truck. And we're going to try that this season if I can get into it here. Ooh. So I took it slow towards the end here, but I still got out with an average of 10.7 miles an hour. The watch lasted us, so we did great. All right, we made it to the car. Pretty quiet here too when you can get to the kind of town area. But anyway, we're gonna end it off here. We'll see you guys in the next one. What a great ride.